Hello, KLV podcast listeners. Welcome back to HQ, where the team of KLV Weddings shares their thoughts on business, marketing, and more. I am your showrunner, Bryan. Let's get into it.
Felt any panic around here? The most that anxiety that we feel is maybe just, okay, now everything is pushed. So all of our clients are now pushed to October and November, and it feels very not confident yet because every day you get a new update. And I explained this to you, B, that, even though all of us on the team are healthy, it wasn't about us quarantining ourselves and not having you come into the home office just because everybody else was doing it. That's part of it. But because we ourselves as a company want to be responsible.
Yeah.
No matter what anybody's doing on the outside, no matter what's happening on the outside, we must do what's right for us and do the right thing because we're an ethically responsible company. And so when I started to look at things that way, it became no question, because there was this little nagging, maybe selfish feeling inside of me that go, do we really need to be like, stay at home? We're all healthy. We're all good. Right. But like, no, we must be responsible and do our part and contributing to the greater good. And there's a lot of sentiment out there that is trending towards being selfish. And so it's a great reminder right now to kind of like realize what's the big picture. Go back to the big picture of things. You don't have to freak out. There's so many freak outs and icky, yucky stuff that we're seeing in the news lately, but there's also really good stuff too. So that's been our response. And my number one with you guys, with the team especially, is to get online and tell you what I've been doing. I'm still booking clients for you. I'm still meeting people online. And to just keep saying that. I couldn't say nothing. And I had to remember to I must tell them. I must say how hard I'm still working, or what, doing the best we can do so that they can do the same. Right. So there's just a little bit extra feeling of what we normally do on a normal basis. But otherwise, I think we're pretty good. Like, we're doing the best we can. I feel like all of our clients they know that we got their back, and a lot of them are even moving to 2021. And that's just what it has to be. We're not charging any rebooking fees. I've waived all of that for them, and I feel very good about that. And I think collectively that's what the nation will have to do, is just have some compassion. So yeah, that's been our response over the last week and a half. It's just like, okay, like that.
Making adjustments, right?
Yeah, we just got to do the best we can do. And our clients have been very great at being very understanding. And
yeah, what's the conversation been like? Is there much panic? Is there
not panic, but a lot of anxiousness that, a lot of our clients invite their grandparents and family that they've never seen in a long time and from afar. And a lot of them are Asian, of course. So that's a big worry for them too. And even though all of our clients have been healthy, no clients have reported that they're sick or anything, but they're really mostly concerned about their elders and grandparents and parents and things like this. So they don't want to be carriers of that. And that's the biggest thing even with us healthy young folk, that we can carry it. We can be asymptomatic, not showing any symptoms, and still pass it along to somebody. So, they're just trying to be as responsible as they can. They respect the company. That's great. That's wonderful that I haven't had any client coming through trying to, take advantage of the situation or anything like that. So that's wonderful. That's a big testament to our marketing, to the team message that we put out on a daily basis. And B, we put out every day. We put out content, showing what we're doing, reminding people that we're here. And that's it. That's the best we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And at HQ, how are you and Kevin? You guys are you practicing distancing?
He's far away in his office downstairs. No, It's pretty much the same around here. Like, I feel like I thrive in being at home. I have no problem being at home. So I'm very happy. I'm doing my thing. Like, I just got, like, I've been able to focus on my coffee now that we are not so much, not that we're not focused on photography, but I have time for it. It feels like, oh, all these non-priority things, like we're having Be Design KLV merch and things like this. Like, it's just stuff that we never really give a lot of energy to, because it's always about the immediate thing of booking clients, engagements, editing, like this, all the immediate things. So it's a great opportunity to slow down and go, cool, like maybe I can address some non-priority things in my life and in my business, even just rest. Maybe some of you people, like, you're always a hustler, you're always going, maybe you don't sleep enough.
That was me yesterday.
Did you sleep?
I slept till like 2 yesterday. I feel like after like 2-3 weeks of just going straight, my body just boom.
Good. I felt like sometimes this happens in life. This happened a lot when I was like going through a lot of emotional trauma and things like this. Like, my body would be so hopped up on adrenaline to work, and finally when we had a break, finally when it was December, I would get sick. I would injure something. But I think your body's just going, cool, I can like break down now. Like, you have time, right? You have time to fix me. I'm going to break down right now. So, you know, sometimes things happen for a reason. I think it's a great time for us to, as a nation, go, okay, you didn't pay attention all those years ago and you could have done something to prep. It's a good opportunity to learn from that right now. And as all these businesses, you know, do you have plan B? Do you have food in your pantry? Do you have those basic things, you know? We live so abundantly. Like, I got so comfortable with Postmates, Instacart, all these things. It's a good thing I know how to cook, but we had no freaking canned goods in our place. We don't have water. We don't have all these things. So if some crazy looter came to our house, we wouldn't have anything. So it's an opportunity to learn. Be prepared. You don't have to be crazy about it, but just be reasonable. But we weren't even at that reasonable level. So
Shelly says she likes being at home too.
Yeah.
Like being able to play ball. I love playing ball.
Oh yeah. You're just gonna have to shoot stuff into the trash can.
That's what I've been doing. What?
Yeah.
Right.
Nice. But yeah, it's been pretty much normal over here. We were like worried about Nika, our dog, for like a minute, saying that, you know, if it was contracted amongst animals, but it's cool. It's all good.
You guys are walking her. You guys are getting your exercise.
We're still doing, well, yeah, she still has to get her exercise, but whenever I walk by somebody, they're like on the other side of the road, or we like don't even make eye contact.
Yeah.
And I'm like, leave it. But other than that, like, we like Kevin cleaned the whole house yesterday while I had 2 meetings, so that was great. And you know, clean environment, clean mind, so that felt good. And we just been enjoying, like, just like, you know, besides all the other crap, yes, but like it's cool. It's time to slow down. And we started a new series called Self-Made. It's really good for an entrepreneur. A lot of good lessons in there. It's on Netflix with what's her name? Olivia Spencer. That's very good. It's about Madam C.J. Walker. Very cool entrepreneur series. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. And every day is another email like, oh, May, can we postpone? And I'm like, I go check. And fortunately, we're available. And what's really crazy, I was telling Chi this yesterday, like, I was like, B, you didn't have any weddings basically in October and November for some reason. I was like, how come nobody's booking the most popular months of the year, like early on, like all through last year and all through the beginning of this year? They were all bundled in April and May and like some other months. And we're like, I don't know, it's weird. And then it just so happens that everybody's moving their weddings from April to October and November, and we are available. And that's like, what the heck? That's cool. It's like something in the universe was like, yeah, I didn't book you stuff there because you're going to need it.
You're going to need that time. Trust.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, trust, right? That's a big thing too. I trust us to get through this We're pretty level-headed. I'm not worried. I'd be more concerned about you guys. You're, depending on us for work, but if we don't have work for you, we can't do much on that front. So in other ways to hustle, I think the nation is going to have to, they've already issued a statement last night saying that federal aid was approved. It's about like, I don't know what they say, like $3.8 billion in federal aid, something like that. So we're just going to see. We play it by ear. And that's what I've been telling clients as well. Like, let's play it by ear. Like, we had a bunch of engagements planned for this week, but we're pushing them because of that mandate, that stay-at-home mandate. So that's what we're doing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you and Kevin had a conversation about maybe what the next few months look like? As far as
yeah, they because it's so, like, we're on shaky ground right now. It's just like, let's just again play it by ear. If we need to push it, we push it. There's some weddings that are even later in the year, like maybe July or June, and they want to push their wedding because they are anxious about, well, they're saying that they can't get a vaccine out for maybe 12 to 18 months. And that's on the fastest kind of like speculation, as it takes time to create vaccines. But I've also read that other private owned companies are working towards a vaccine as well. So it's just a matter of time and waiting. And I think with us, we're okay. Kevin and I are okay. We have savings. We did plan for that. Thankfully Kevin always plans for the future financially. Food wise, we didn't have any food, but we can always get food, right? And another thing too, it's not like the grocery stores don't have anything. It's just that they are only allotted that much for that week. So it's not like there's a food shortage or anything like that. So that's good. We have plenty of food available for us. It's just a matter of getting it and not running into any stupid people in the grocery store. But yeah, like the next couple of months, as long as the clients keep pushing their dates, we have to follow that. The nature of our business is surrounded by that, it's service-based. We are in the service-based industry, and the service-based industry in general is hit hard the most because you have to be there. You have to check in to get paid. So we haven't discussed anything further than that, but that's it. That's all we can do. We can't virtually shoot your wedding.
Yeah, not yet. Anyway.
Not yet. Anyway. Imagine the wedding photographer drone.
That'd be hilarious. So, can you speak on some qualities that you think as a leader you should have during a time like this?
I don't know if I should say should, because I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm the all-knowing, force on that. What I have been trying to be conscious of is definitely the sentiments in here. This has been a really great eye-opener. It's all stuff honestly, but the things that will get in the way of you kind of digging into these innate, very compassionate human qualities that everybody has is your own ego and your own selfishness. So being able to recognize when your selfish self or ego or persona is speaking for you, because it's usually rooted in fear and what about me sort of attitude. And that's the sort of attitude that I want to stay away from, because if you make decisions based on that, you don't instill trust, you don't instill reliability, and you don't build a resilient mind. I think what I've learned in here, this was a really good lesson in here, it was called stability versus resilience. And resilience meaning whatever's happening on the outside, you have the tools and the calmness and the mindfulness the mental fortitude to get through it.
Mm.
Whereas stability meaning like, cool, nothing is, everything's the same. It's good, it's stable, it's good. Like, you know, everything's the same, but nothing is really challenging you to grow beyond that. Stable meaning kind of not dynamic, not growing, not rolling with the punches, not adjusting. So I'm sure he's, you know, he says it way better. But the things that I've been playing in my mind is, okay, how can we be resilient, creative? How are we going to make money during this time? Right? For the hustler, which is all of us, for the entrepreneur, there's other ways that you have to become being creative. And it's just in general practice anyway, like you mustn't put all your eggs in one basket sort of deal. So hopefully many of you have some sort of savings or reserves. We call them reserves, right? In business. You have reserves that can see you through a couple of months. You know what your bottom line is. You know what your, what did my mentor say? He called it your nut, which I didn't like that term, but it's like, what do you need? You know, what do you need for your own survival? And to just scale back. We're very abundant, you know. They always talk about millennials being so like, you know, avocado toast, you know, like fancy things, buying things, serve myself now, party now. And we're a part of that generation. Post made it now. So scaling back on your own your luxurious lifestyle and bunkering down and doing what you need to do. I think some other qualities is being able to still serve others and not think of yourself like, how could I serve others today? And even if it's just within your household, you can't go out and, you know, not even talking about your business, like, how can I serve my husband today? How can I do my part? If you just do your part to help and serve others, you know, everybody will recognize that. I'm getting so many emails right now. They're all blocking my phone. Sorry.
Being attacked with emails right now?
Yeah, they're probably like, Meg, check this date. Meg, check this date. And then I just check it and see if we're available. And we postpone it. That's what we've been doing this whole like week and a half, is just postponing things and going, okay, is this going to work? And thankfully, no one has left us. I think that's just so great. Like, I just keep saying thank you in the stories that I make. Like, thank you for still booking with us. That's awesome.
And you attribute that to the, you know, the style that we represent, the family.
Definitely the style. I think more and more people are saying, hey, I like the team behind it. And they say also like, you guys look like you're having fun.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard that.
Yeah. Like, it looks like you guys are having fun. I was like, yeah, it's fun. Because even though it's a challenge, at least we're doing it together. And that's been my goal. So I'm very happy with where we're at right now. I'm sure, like, how do you feel right now? Do you feel stressed out that you're not able to work as much? How do you feel?
I feel the only thing that bothers me is the being home.
Why?
Because I like to go out. Like, I like to hang out. I like to rock climb, things like that.
I see. Things to do.
Staying active. Like, you can only do so much in your room. Feels kind of awkward. But other than that, I feel fine. I feel, you know, just gotta adjust. That's what it comes down to, you know, like survival comes down to, can you adjust, can you make the change, adapt. Right. So that's all it is. And hopefully soon things will get back to normal.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It's more like, I'm not panicking. I'm just going day by day, you know, and like, okay, like, this is what we have to do. I haven't been that inconvenienced yet because, like I said, I thrive staying home. So it's not and so forth. So, yeah, you cut out for a minute. Sorry.
Yeah. Can you repeat that again? Someone was trying to call me.
Oh, I was trying to call you. Okay. I was just saying this is like normal for me. So I've been living the quarantine life for a long time. It's kind of normal for me. So personally, I haven't been that inconvenienced until we like think about going to the grocery store. Then we're like, oh crap. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you expect? You talked about what you expect from yourselves as, the leaders.
Yeah.
What do you expect from your employees at a time like this?
Well, my one and only employees is me. I want us to work as we normally would. It must be a challenge to be in your home, and if it's definitely something that you're not used to, then I'm relying on you, and I'm relying on everybody to do their part and still show up, still as if virus is there and not whatever. Just still practice best practices, how you complete a task, how you do everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything, like you said before. I still expect you to show up in the best way that you can. It's super easy to feed into your ego that may become lazy or whatever, but this is where this is what it means to be an entrepreneur as well. Like to me, like I said, this is normal for me. This quarantine life, a lot of it is not going out. It's answering emails. It's editing. It's not going to your friend's birthday party. That's what our life is before this virus. So a lot of it is not too different. The only thing is that official label of this virus, and you can't go here, you can't do this, but we wouldn't be doing a lot of that anyway because we're working on our business, and that's what it means to be an entrepreneur. It's not glamorous, So there are glamorous moments and there are glamorous parts, and it's so cool to know if you have people with you who are in that struggle with you to build something greater. And every day you're waking up and having the discipline to do your work. How menial it is, how tedious it is, how annoying it is, right? We just talked about it. Exactly. I know. I do all that shit, right? I do all that shit, B. But like, I do it anyway. And you can talk as much shit as you want behind your computer, but that task better be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what we do. Like, honestly, like Kevin and I, if we're editing and we're tired of editing, maybe I'm tired of trying to fix this flash setting that somebody shot, and it's like it was shot incorrectly, and I got to look at it for 20 photos or whatever and fix it. I still got to do it. Yeah, even though I hate it, even though it's annoying. So that's my expectation for all of us, and it's also my expectation for us not to panic and to keep healthy and to be responsible. Like I'm still counting on you guys to run healthy lives, do your best practices, take care of your equipment, take care of your number one equipment, which is your body. That way, when these little limitations are lifted, we are ready to go. Yeah. We're ready to serve, right? So that's my expectation. That's what I want from myself and everybody who's involved here. And I can't really control too much, like outside of you, B. Like everybody else, they're far away, kind of. They're not too far away, but they're more distant just because they're not employees, right? There's that difference too. From our perspective as employers, when you're not an employee and you're a freelancer, you're technically a freelancer. You can really do whatever the hell you want. I don't have any say in your life. I mean, I don't have say in your life right now, but I just give you suggestions, and you ask me advice or whatever. Like. But ultimately, it's your decision on how you run your life. But I'm relying on you to make the best decisions. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. Definitely wake up and think, all right, what's the task today, right? Mm-hmm. What do we do? And Kevin messaged me yesterday. He was like, we're going to have back to back to backs.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Let's go, man.
I was thinking, yeah, they'll want it after not working for like 2 months, you know. But it's something to it's no joke. Back to back, just 2 weddings is
hard.
jarring. It's hard.
Oh,
yeah, it's tough.
yeah. So I've been just trying to prepare physically and mentally as well.
That's great. Thank you for doing that. And that's all your choice, your choice to do that. So every day that you choose to treat yourself the best and reward yourself, right, and take care of your body, that means, you're investing in your future. You're investing in the betterment of you. So, but not everybody can do that. It takes discipline to do that. And we're going to find out over these next couple of weeks who's going to break. I think a lot of people out there, the crazy ones that you see online that get the most noise and the most, we're going to see them break a little bit, and we have to be strong through that. Yeah. That's just going to happen. That's the contrast of the world. We're going to have the strong and we're going to have the weak, and we're going to have to deal with some of the weak-minded and weak-willed, but whatever.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, people's true colors are showing.
Yeah, they are.
These times.
That's what's unsettling, It's like, it is like The Last of Us, how like you're not only fighting the zombies, but you're fighting the most selfish people out there.
Yeah.
It's basically, that's it. It's rooted all in selfishness and ego.
That's right. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. So let's not go down that road.
Sure.
Oh yeah, but we're gonna do our best. We're only human. We do our best.
Okay, so I have some questions here. These are going to be like, are you ready for shutter speed?
Oh yeah, bring back shutter speed.
Yeah, we're still going to do shutter speed. Can you just pull them up real quick?
Cool. And maybe next time we'll have Kevin on here and we'll switch.
We'll switch it up, yeah. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Dogs outside.
Dog outside?
There's a bunch of dogs outside and people.
Looking at you?
They're like in the green belt.
Okay, first question. Describe a time when you have failed.
Failed. Dude, yesterday I forgot I had one meeting in the morning.
So yesterday?
I was so silly. It was like, she was like, good luck on your meeting. I was like, yeah, I didn't forget about that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I nailed it after. I probably booked it, so it's fine.
You were able to recover that?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I was not prepared. I mean, like, my hair was all crazy, and I didn't do my eyebrows. Like, I just didn't feel my normal meeting self. But once the meeting started, I was locked in. And I've done it so many times. It's just like second nature. Mm-hmm. I just sound off, Even though like my hair was all crazy, like it's big right now, right? It was bigger than this.
You have very nice hair.
Thank you. But it was like it was filling both sides of the frame. And I was like, oh hi.
Yeah.
I was like trying to like pat my hair down. It was so big. But they were cool. They were so nice. They didn't even notice.
Okay. Next question. Ready?
Ready.
How would your friends describe you?
I don't have many friends. What would they say? I don't know. She likes coffee. She likes games and coffee.
What do you think I would say about you?
Oh, maybe I think you would say she's stern. Everybody used to say I was stern before you came. They were like, oh, she's stern. And I would hear it throughout the land. And I'm like, I don't think I'm that stern. But then I did learn, yeah, I was kind of stern.
I don't think I've ever used that word to describe you.
Maybe you would say you would say, I think I've heard you say like to Jenna, motherly.
Mm.
You've said that to Jenna, I would be like hella surprised. I'm like, motherly? Oh, okay, I'll take it. That's the closest mother I'm gonna get. My team.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm adopted.
Yeah. I do call you that when you're not around. I'm like, our adopted son B.
Yeah. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to get out of life?
Out of life?
That's a
Well, that's so general.
mm,
I think fulfillment. I want to be fulfilled.
mm,
You know, that's a general question. That's how I answer it generally. But I want to be fulfilled. Like I want to feel at the end of every day, I did a good job
mm.
in whatever I was trying to do.
Okay, that's fair. I've got 2 more questions for you, all right?
Shoot.
Okay. Now you describe yourself in 3 words.
3 words.
3 words, only 3.
Oh, number one. These are always so hard. Number one, um, 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 I want to say masculine. Definitely masculine minded. Second, um, no, it's so hard.
Yeah, what was it? You had it right there. What was it?
I was gonna say peaceful.
Okay. Yeah.
I always want to return to peace.
And lastly,
describe myself.
masculine, peaceful,
And growing.
okay.
It's better is emotional.
Emotional.
Yeah,
Okay.
emotional.
So
That should have been number one, actually. Number one, emotional. Number one, emotional. Number two, peaceful. Trying to be peaceful. Trying to come back to peace. And then number three is just very masculine minded.
Okay. I like it. And last question.
Okay, last one.
If you were a flavor of ice cream, what flavor would you be and why?
Oh man, probably Rocky Road.
Whoa. Hi.
Hey, I answered that pretty quickly.
That was-
I think Rocky Road because it's dark, right? So my skin is on the darker side.
Oh,
It has
like I have a deep darkness or something.
and I have like a darker sort of, I think, energy. It's not a very bright light energy. It's definitely not that. It has almonds and marshmallows, right?
What?
So hard and soft. I can be hard and I can be very soft.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
Rocky Road.
Hard.
It's a rocky road over here.
That's good. That's a good.
What would you be? I should ask you all these. Okay, start with the ice cream one.
I was gonna say chocolate chip.
You are a little chocolate chip, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm pretty smooth and a little bit of you get a little bit boom.
Little pop.
Every now and then.
Little surprises, huh?
Yeah, a little surprise.
You're like, oh, what was that?
Yeah. Exactly.
So how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
In 3 words to describe myself, I would say observant, patient,
yeah,
and willing.
Willing.
Yeah.
Oh, those are on. Those are spot on. You know yourself.
Yeah.
Mine was a little weird.
Yeah.
That's pretty spot on.
I like to play the long game. Like, and when Kevin told me like his little theory, or it just something was in my mind clicked. I was like, wow. And
Yeah.
I went back and thought about everything. I was like, wow, I do like to play the
long game.
Yeah.
You have the infinity mindset. I'm gonna lend you all these books when we
Yeah.
can the KLV book club for sure.
Throw them out there, so I'll catch them.
Here's your check and a book. See you in 2 weeks. Okay, cool. Was that it? Was all the questions?
Oh, you want me to answer more?
Uh-huh. I forgot the other ones that you said. That's why.
The other one I asked you was a time you have failed. Ooh, I have many of those.
I have many of those too. I just gave you a very quick one.
There was a time where I think it was last year. I Ubered this lady.
Yeah.
And she offered me a job. It was a graphic design job, and she was sticking her neck out for me. And she was like, you know, you'll work in Irvine. I know these people. We'll get you in there. And during that Uber ride, I was very excited, and I was like, oh my God, like finally a chance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then come the day of, I don't know what it was, like my whole body just shut down, and I didn't show up, I didn't call.
Why?
I was just I didn't believe in myself. Yeah. And then I ceased contact with her, and after a month I was like, man, why did I do that? Like, why did I let myself down? I was like,
That was
but that eventually not getting that job led me to you guys. So like, okay, something good. Yeah.
Always something good, right?
Yeah, but that was probably the last time that I looked at my life and I was like, man, that was a tough call.
Yeah. Yeah. I had many times like that where I'm like, man, why did I do that? Why did I let that happen?
Yeah, it was like a moment where you feel like you choked. Like I feel like I choked for something.
Choked, yeah. I had so many dreams of choking. Like not choking, but like trying to like shoot a basket or reach for something or climb something and always falling right when I'm about to make it. I had so many dreams like that. And a lot of it was just realizing your own self-worth. For me, in my experience, it was just like, I don't know when it happened, but slowly I started to trust me again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was I think that's what it was. I would think about that often still today and be like, what happened? Like, why was I able to get out of that hole that I put myself in, but somehow found my way out, where so many people don't. And I'm like, wow, I'm lucky, but in a way, what work did I do? Because it's not just luck. It's like something happened.
Mm-hmm.
What was it for you that you were like, I'm not going to do that anymore?
Oh, well, yeah. So after I realized the mistake I had made by not showing up and letting that opportunity pass me by, I think that helped me get to where I am with you guys, where I'm like, you know, I'm not letting it go. Like, no quitting.
Never again.
Never again. So I think that was a lesson I needed to learn to get me to this point.
Yeah.
True. Who knows? Maybe on my first wedding, I could have choked then if I had a lesson prior. So I was thinking, you know, that was just simply the right time in the right place. So.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm glad that we're the recipient of your growth, because like you could have grown with somebody else, right?
Yeah.
And that can be said with anybody. Like I always think about that when I'm like super mad at G and I'm like, I could be with somebody else. I could be growing somebody else's company. But then I'm like, no, but this is, this is where I want to be. This is where maybe I need to be here. It's not just me going, I could be somewhere else. That's my ego talking. It's like, no, you're here because you haven't learned the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're here, right? That if you're struggling, you're having a hard time with your husband or having a hard time with the business, and for some reason you're still having the same argument, you're still having the same fight or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like because you have not learned. I'm like, oh, dang it. It like hurts you because it hurts your ego, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Until you go, ego, you're over there. You got hurt. So sad for you, but I'm gonna keep growing, right? Until you make that separation.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm like, I want the 12 hours. I want the back to back. Where else?
Yeah, what else are you gonna do? True. That's a great way of looking at it. It's like, what else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be home and be all lazy and stuff, not make money, right?
Yeah.
You have an opportunity to make money.
Just like, every time you go out there, you're gonna learn something.
Yeah.
If it's about people, if it's about, so and so is really good at posing, but maybe his buddy is a little struggling, so you gotta help. There's so much to learn. For me, I'm very observant, so like every time I go out there, I'm trying to like figure something out.
Yeah.
And just to get.
Yeah, and I think even with us, with you being here, it's like, cool, maybe we needed to learn so many lessons before we were able to even have you.
Yeah.
To deserve you too. You know what I'm saying? To deserve somebody who's that willing, who's willing to do this, who's observant, who pays attention. Like, it's been such a lesson for me on the side that does the hiring and says yes to people, but it's a privilege to say yes. It's a privilege to lead. To be in my position. It's not just a badge. And the last book that I read, it was summarized so greatly. It was like, leadership is not a license to do less. It's the privilege to do more.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so good. I was like, oh, that's why, that's why it was hard.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't yet strong enough, or I hadn't developed the skill or the experience or whatever. That's what was hard for me before. That's why I struggled with my husband, whatever. I was like, whoa, that's so cool. So if B is here and she's downstairs and he's happy doing his thing and I'm happy doing my thing, that must mean that we've come really far. Right? Like when I stop and think about that stuff randomly, when I'll be like editing a story 20 times. I've been editing stories. I'll be like, wow, yeah, to get here, to get to this point, it took a lot. So it's a privilege to do this task. And it always, because this is a daily thing. And sometimes it's by the minute where you're like, fuck this shit. Then you remember it and you're like, oh, cool. Yes, it's a privilege to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. That was the lesson for me of not taking that other job and just, feeling like I choked, to think, wow, I can never let that happen again. I can never let an opportunity just go away like that. Like I have to like grab it.
That's cool. Yeah. I'm really glad to hear it. I'm really glad that we found each other and that things are still moving. And even with this virus, like, cool. We just get on FaceTime. We just go on Instagram Live. Isn't that cool? That's dope.
Yeah, it's making the adjustments, adapting, and that's how the strong survive, right?
Yeah.
We could,
right?
Like, hey, everyone, go relax.
Yeah.
We're out here.
We're out here. Yeah. I was following or I follow Snoop Dogg's Instagram. And then one of his posts is like, your grandparents were called to war. You're called to just sit at home. You can do this. So yeah, this abundant or overindulgent, it's not really abundant, that's not the correct term. this overindulgent behavior that the nation has grown accustomed to, that we all have grown accustomed to. It just needs to be put in check a little bit.
Right.
Like, there's no need to freak out. There's no need to bring all this fear. And now we're hearing, like attacks against Asians and things like this. I shouldn't get that because I look Mexican or something, but other Asians, like, that's just so silly. So we're just gonna have to see. And there's a passive element to it, which is not comfortable. But the dynamic thing that we can do, and the more active thing we can do, is we can always control how we react. This is something I was listening to the other day, this mental check. You can't control anything, actually, outside of you. But 100% you can control everything with you.
Who said, was that Jocko?
That was the Jocko one, yeah, that I shared in the group.
That man, I remember I was having a rough day like a month or two ago, and
Yeah.
I heard his little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. I got it. Like, oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It just clicked, and I was like, man, this guy's a blessing. Right?
Yeah, dude. It's so dope that creators are still creating. And that's my joy when I create content. Like, I was able to create some content that I normally don't get to do. I don't get to create as much content as before, now that we've taken off. But now that we've slowed down a little bit, it's now my opportunity to go and create content. And I'm like, cool, like, sweet. This is all this stuff I did before I was like going ham in KLV weddings. So I've just been doing that and finding my joy in that, and then others can find joy in that as well. Just like we're taking the time to create this show, which is just a conversation that we could have on FaceTime, but we're choosing to share it. But everybody's doing that as well. All these other content creators, which is great.
Yeah.
Because I would go a little bit. I would go then a little bit crazy if like JK News stopped putting out stuff. I'd be like, oh, my routine,
Right.
my go-to,
Isn't it crazy that just basically we're just listening to conversation, right?
That's it.
And there's so much to pick and grab from it.
Right. Everything is here for us, right? You have, I love this. It's also something that I learned in when I started becoming more like spiritual and everything. You have everything you need. This sort of statement. That's the abundant mentality that we need. Not like, oh, I need my Postmates, or I need my like all the toilet paper. The abundant mentality that we need is, I have everything I need. You know?
For sure.
And I was like, cool, like I have everything I need here. This is awesome. And not just things. It's like, are the people cool? Are my people cool? Are my family cool? Like all those other things, besides all the luxury that we surround ourselves with today. I still have coffee, and that's pretty much a luxury to me. So I'm living the life. That's wonderful.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, because some of the stuff I've been reading or listening to talks about not having a scarcity mindset. That something's gonna run out, or something's gonna, like, if you don't do this, it's gonna go away. You have to have. Yeah, I have everything I need, right?
I have everything I need. Yeah.
And things come to you,
right.
where you're chasing and grabbing. So that's been helpful.
Yes, exactly. So I think if we, and that's a sentiment that I still want to put, even though that seems kind of woo-woo and spiritual, that's definitely something I want to instill in our content in KLV weddings and everything that I do. So, and then I want that to do a reverse infection on everybody and go, cool, let's like start infecting everybody with like understanding and compassion and empathy and this better abundant mentality. Yeah.
Cool. Well, we've reached the top of the hour here. Is there some last words you want to say to our audience? Some people will watch this later. So.
Yeah, we'll do a, what do you call it? Like a reshare, whatever.
It'll be on their feed, so they can watch it like 2 hours from now or something.
Okay, cool. Last words.
It sounds so fun.
No. Last words. Bye. We're gonna jump out this window. I like what Dr. Mike is saying. Do you know Dr. Mike?
I don't think so. I don't
He's
know.
well, they call him like the best looking doctor, but basically it's a white guy, good looking white guy, but he gives his he makes content based on he's an MD, he's a real doctor, but it's very non-biased. It's on YouTube. It's pretty well known.
Okay.
Anyway, I like he's been trying to put forth the messages of empathy and the correct information, not spreading the wrong information about COVID-19. And what he says is be alert, not anxious. So I like that. Just be alert, not anxious. Be responsible, be smart, have empathy,
Be kind.
be kind, yes. And just do your thing, like do what you normally would do, or take time to do the things that you wouldn't have the time to do now that you have this. If you have to stay at home or something like that, like clean.
This is an opportunity.
Yes. Yeah. Just look at it as an opportunity. It's like, that's all I've been saying to myself. And I've been surrounded by really great books and great content that steers my mind immediately. The moment it becomes negative or toxic or fearful or what about me or scarcity mindset, anything like that, I have so much great content around me at the touch of my fingertips to just send me the other way, which is super dope.
Yeah.
Everybody has that at their disposal. So
use it.
That's it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. And we'll keep you guys updated on what we have going on. Book giveaways will continue, right, Meg?
Yeah. I was thinking like at some point. Yeah. B will decide when we're ready to give books away again.
Yeah, we'll get it going again. But for now, thank you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yep. See ya. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Bye. How do I get out?
Thank you for listening to the KLV podcast. Learn more about us at kevinlavouweddings.com or on Instagram @kevinlavou @KLV podcast. You can rate and review us on iTunes and watch us on YouTube. Join us next time sharing more of our experiences and lessons.